Let's watch this video.
It's not generational trauma. It's poor decision-making skills passed down. Y'all, my granddaddy was a drunk and a womanizer. My grandma chose him. And not only did she choose him, she had 8 children with him. She had 12 children in total. She had 8 with him. Whether she was aware of it or not, she taught every one of those girls that it was okay to have a baby by a man who does not show up for you. And almost every one of them followed suit as teenagers. My granddaddy, whether he knew it or not, taught every one of those boys that it was okay to show up like that as a man, that it was okay to be a drunk as a man, and every one of them followed suit. Y'all, every one of them kids, my mama, all her siblings, they all, without even thinking about it, had children. What you think we learned from them? What you think they taught us? They taught us the same thing they got taught. And a lot of my cousins followed suit. I left home when I was 18, y'all. I left Chicago at 18 and moved to New York City. And I moved to New York City sight unseen. The first time I was in New York was when I landed in New York. Being that distant and having that level of objectivity showed me, oh, these were not sound decisions. See, an event can be traumatic, right? Something can be traumatic. It only becomes trauma, internalized trauma, when you stay in it, when you keep living it. When you leave and you realize that you have the power to do something about it, now you are empowered. Now that trauma gets to turn into something else. Now it doesn't have to be lived trauma. It gets to be an experience. It gets to be something that happened that you got to do something about. We just call stuff trauma and we give our power over to it. We sit around and we say, oh, well, it's generational trauma passed down. It's poor decision skills, y'all. My grandma didn't choose well. I'm sorry. She died before I was born, so I never even met her. I'm just looking at this objectively. You ask some other cousins, they have a different story because that was granny and they see it with rose-colored lenses. I don't see it like that, okay? I see what it is. It wasn't a good decision. It was irresponsible. And their children suffered for it. And their children suffered for it. So I don't know who this is for, but I know I'm not the only one that come from a family like this, y'all. Understand something. You have the ability to change your circumstances. You have the ability to do something different. At 8 years old, I knew that that was a life I was just born into, and it was not a life I was destined to live.